There were some very notable Canadian athletes who went off to military, and I guess I don't really have to probably say this, but someone asked me earlier in the interview here, sort of why would somebody who was at the peak of their sport go off to an adventure or go off into the military? And of course, we know it now. We know the horrors of war. Those guys didn't back then. To them, it was, I'm going to go and become a hero. I remember my grandfather always saying he had no idea what war was. He says he expected to be riding on a horse and carrying a sword, because that's what he saw in paintings, and that was the only reference he had. So for a lot of these guys, a lot of these athletes, this was the next step to gallantry. This is to becoming a hero. So let me tell you about a couple of guys who I found in my research that I did. I did a series 2 years ago for TSN. Alex Decotu, Jeremy, you mentioned off the top that we're on the land of First Nations, Indigenous people here. He was a Cree Indian from Saskatchewan originally, moved to Edmonton, and was another great runner in his day. And after enlisting, actually, at one of the meets, they decided they were going to have a number of different running lengths. They had a half mile, a 2 mile, a 5 mile, and a 10 mile race. In one day, he won them all. He was quite a runner. In the 1912 Olympics, he came fifth in the 5,000 meters, and he was actually quite another, in other aspects of his life, he was well distinguished as too. He was the first Indigenous police officer in Canada. He was the first motorcycle cop in Canada. He actually went on, was killed in Passchendaele by a sniper. There's quite a story. He was so well liked that he had been given, for one of those races that he won, the king was in attendance, had given him a pocket watch, a silver pocket watch that he had carried with him. And they were so incensed that he was killed. Apparently the Germans ransacked his body afterwards, looted the body, grabbed the watch, and some of the soldiers, the Canadian soldiers a little bit later on, actually managed to find the sniper, kill him, and get the watch back, and they sent it home to his mother. And it's actually on display, I think, in the Alberta Sports Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken.